It should bring about an orderly transition through recovery and back to the sustained development. To ensure that appropriate systems, procedures, and resources are in place to provide prompt, effective assistance to disaster victims, thus facilitating relief measures and rehabilitation of services. Tasks to be followed in emergency preparedness: evaluate the risk of the country or particular region to the disaster. Adopt standard regulations. Organize communication and information and warning systems. Warning system is any system of biological or technical nature developed by an individual or group to inform of a future danger. Its purpose to enable the deployer of the warning system to prepare for the danger and act accordingly to mitigate and avoid. तो अब बेटे हमारे पास क्या है? We have a National Disaster Management Authority. Now it is the work of National Disaster Management Authority to take care of disaster preparedness. Now, talking in terms of Corona, we were not prepared for these disasters. We did not have N95 masks. We did not have personal protective kits. We did not have enough ventilators to deal with such kind of disasters. World did have prepare about it due to MERS and SARS. MERS and SARS when occurred, those countries were better prepared to deal with any such outbreak as compared to the country like us, which was not prepared. And now one more thing I would also say, that disease came a lot later in Pakistan. It was happening in China about 4 months back, while in Pakistan it actually started in mid of the May. But in these 4 months that were crucial for disaster preparedness, we did not prepare the way we should have prepared, and our authority somehow failed at that, because initially there was a lot of chaos. We were not able to provide N95 masks to our filters, the personal protective kits, etc., etc. And then what happened, all nation knows that we were not even able to control mafias. Drugs were hoarded. All the supplies related to Corona were available in black market because hoarding was done. So an effective National Disaster Management Authority has to take care of the procedures, SOPs, and have to take care of the fact that they should be prepared to deal with any man-made or natural disaster. Ensure coordinated and response mechanism, resource availability. Develop public education programs. Coordinate information with news media. Disaster drill. A disaster drill is an exercise to which people simulate the circumstance of a disaster so that they have an opportunity to practice their response. Exercise have 3 main purposes: to validate plans, to develop staff competencies and give them practice in carrying out their roles in the plans, to test well-established procedures. 3 main types of exercise: discussion based, tabletop, and live. Community preparedness. Community members, resource organizations, and administration should be the cornerstone of emergency program. For example, non-governmental organization Al Khidmat Foundation did very good work during Corona epidemic, as you can see. Now, reasons for community preparedness are: members of the community are the most to lose from being vulnerable to disaster and most to gain from the effective, appropriate emergency preparedness program. Those who respond first to an emergency come from within the community. When transport and communication are disrupted, and external emergency care may not arrive for days. Resources are most easily pooled at community level, and every community possesses capabilities. Failure to explore these capabilities is poor resource management. Sustained development is the best achieved by allowing emergency affected communities to design, manage, and implement internal and external assistance programs. Policy development has a crucial role in management of disasters. With this, we finish our today's lecture. Hope you are preparing for the test. Inshallah, I hope you will perform well in the test.